Lately, I've been talking a bit about trauma and also how ADHD is a trauma. And this is a bit challenging, to be honest, because I am not trying to claim that I'm a victim. I don't want to be in that role. I'm more trying to focus on empowerment. And I find that this is a bit important for me to say because it can sound a bit like I'm trying to say that someone has been treating me badly, that people are bad people, and these kind of things. And in this, I think it's just important to also remember that people are people. Everyone has their story, and so often we do things unconsciously. And most people who also end up treating people in a way might have their story and their trauma. And often, if we're triggered by something in general, that's usually you, me, them responding to something that happened in the past. It's not like if you just like get a little bit annoyed, that's fine. But if you get like really triggered by something and to an extent where it's just a bit too much, it's out of proportion, that's not you being triggered by the person in front of you. That is the trauma response. And this is where I think we misunderstand each other a lot. And that's also why, someone's trauma can cause trauma in someone else. And I'm not blaming anyone. I'm just saying, with the knowledge we're having, there's so much empowerment. Because just imagine, I was luckily, I would say, never diagnosed with ADHD. I've never been on medication, and honestly, I don't think I want to, because I don't feel it's necessary. And the research is also showing that a lot of people don't need medication. We just need to deal with the triggers. We need to deal with the reason why, like for example, why my brain kind of just shuts off. Like I have had really performance anxiety. I didn't manage to do things that I thought that I really wanted to do, but that I found scary. And now I know the reason why. I've dealt with the triggers, / the trauma from my past, so that now when the triggers come up, I can tell myself I'm safe. This is safe. I'm feeling like stress is my body. I'm feeling the tension. However, this is something that I can go through, and this is something that I want to expose myself towards and stand in, because I know that it's not dangerous. But the body, what has happened before is that I totally blank out. I wasn't able to focus and do the things I was supposed to do towards that goal. I could do a lot of other things, but this exact thing, for example, because of something that happened in my childhood, I had stage fright. And I was basically told after a concert that I was singing in choir, and I was told that I had a terrible voice. And me as a child, I was super proud of this performance. I had so much fun. And then afterwards, imagine I don't know how old I was, 8, you're being told oh, it's great, that you're singing and you're having a lot of fun, but you're the only person that shouldn't sing. And to me, hearing that from someone that I cared about was really hard. And that created a massive stage fright. And now I know that. And that's how vulnerable a child is. And I think that's so important to know, that this person that told this to me, maybe that person did it to be, mean at that point. Maybe we had a fight, maybe something happened. I don't know. But that doesn't matter. What matters is how vulnerable a child is towards someone's input. And one thing is, of course, maybe we need a bit more knowledge on when children change their behavior. Like for me, going from loving to sing in the choir and singing like so loudly, I was making up songs. I was probably so annoying because me and my friend, we would make up like songs and we would kind of like sing them instead of like the lyrics of the songs. But I was having so much fun, and suddenly out of the blue I stopped singing, and I wasn't singing for 20 years. So I think that's also something like maybe parents and adults around children like can be a bit aware when a child changes their behavior and be a bit curious like what happened there. But when that doesn't happen as an adult, you can still know like, why do I not sing, you know? and also seeing that, you know, the singing wasn't just the singing, it was also standing on stage, you know, and it was also me doing something that I wasn't good at. So I have for so long, I'm still working on this, been really scared of showing people that I'm bad at something and that it's not welcome in the world to take up a place when you're not good at something. And I think this is really key. I think it can happen a lot also towards ADHD kids, that you get this feeling, this thought that you shouldn't, that you can't trust yourself, that even though you think something is fun, it might upset someone else, and you just stop listening to your gut, you stop listening to your inner voice, stop listening to your dreams. And I really hope more people out there just, you know, can follow their dreams, and you really believe in that you can do it. You can do whatever you want. It's gonna take a lot of work. I'm not saying anything else. It's not like things are just falling from the sky. If you want something, you gotta work for it. And I think that's also something that I have had to learn, because since I was afraid of showing that I was bad at something, I've been kind of like practicing a bit, you know, behind the scenes, and then I would show up, you know, being good at something. But then there's certain things that you can't do that with. And then I think I've just been like, no, this isn't for me, and haven't shown it. And, you know, there's so much pride in that. And, pride. Let's just, you know, get rid of it. We're all just people. Let's just have fun with, you know, being an idiot in something, just looking silly. And yeah, maybe we can laugh about the things that we don't master that well. That's at least my dream and hope. So good luck to you. And I just want to say, you can. Really, like, I love that word. Like, we can. But then we have to prioritize, and we have to focus, and we have to surround ourselves with the people that we need in order to succeed, and be a bit honest about what people are not actually helping us succeed. And that can hurt a lot, because it's not always, actually I'm living in Norway, and I was part of this course, and actually in a work seeking situation, and when you're an entrepreneur in Norway, research shows that the people that will help you and really support you and be in kind of like help you towards your actual goals, your goals, not the goals of everyone else. That is people that are acquaintances and strangers. So close friends and family will often stand in your way of getting towards your target. I don't remember what the research said regarding why, but it's good to know that cultures are different in this way, but actually that some of your closest people in your life can stand in your way of getting to where you want to go. It might be a safety thing. It might be like Norway is very conform, so it might be something related to this. But really, like, seek out environments that help you get to where you want to be. And maybe we as Norwegians can also think about, like, how can we support our friends and family towards their goals, towards where they want to go? How can we be curious about their goals, what they want, not what we want for them, because we mean well, but actually we're projecting and we are hindering them in getting towards where they want to go. So how about we ask more questions and are like, what do you want? How does this feel to you? And because so often we're like, oh, like, yeah, I have this experience and no, don't do that. Or like, oh, that sounds scary. Maybe it does, but just be like, how does this feel for you? You know, be curious. Okay, that's all for me today. Good luck. Bye-bye.